Welcome back to ASL Chennai Speaks Out. And in this, our last segment, we're going to see whether we can actually find any kind of solution to this issue of media violence. Let's start by our panelists. Vasant, do you believe there is any kind of solution? Do you think that you can actually address the people who want violence, people who don't want violence in films?
I think not only in films, in society, I believe we have to understand, first we have to accept that violence is existing. Let's not just, we have to accept that it's existing. The best way or the best solution that looks to me is that we have to make our kids and the people around us to learn how to handle that. The awareness is very, very important. We can't just like that hide that there is no violence. There is violence. They should be prepared to face it. For that, the first educational step is to that, tell them that it is existing. But how you choose, for what age, it's like sex education. The new thing has come in. It's high time we accept that it's existing, and we have to really, I can't just like that give the best solution for that, but it's the high time we all think there should be a solution for this.
Right. Ram, what about you? One sec, let's hear from Ram and then we'll come to you. Ram.
I think the first step is to have a discussion like this, and I don't mean to flatter you or us here. I think you need a serious discussion of this kind where different opinion, people are divided, but generally a consensus may, with some luck, emerge. And that seems to be today, the consensus seems to be, the differences are, show it as it is, don't censor, censor. But what emerges is that many factors are involved in this. Parents have a responsibility, the media have a responsibility, filmmakers do. It's a question of good judgment and taste, but above all be aware of the effects and the purposes. Why are you depicting it? Is it purely exploitative? In which case I would take a different stand. Or is it beyond your control? Because violence exists out there. So I think there is a recognition of the complex challenge before us here, and it is a major challenge. Society is getting more violent, not less. And you can't isolate, really. You can't shelter people from it. You can't kid them, you can't kid kids, if you like.
Right. Right.
And then finally, Jennifer,
yes.
I would like some kind of general code of conduct or code of practice.
Right.
These are, for example, in the UK media, how to cover suicides. Because there is a lot of evidence to show that newspapers or television shows people actually in the act of suicide,
yes.
There is an imitative effect. And therefore, the code of conduct, the code of practice it's called in the UK, it clearly lays down don't do it, don't show it. And you could even be censured for that.
Right.
Things like that have to be worked out, but it will emerge from a discussion.
Right.
And a debate.
I'd like to at this point, if you don't mind, can you give the mic to Mr. Nandakumar in front there? He used to be a film critic and he's now an income tax officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Tell us.
See, there are two sides.
Yes.
One we can see from the media side, the other is viewer side or the reader side.
Right.
See, both have, the other side, they have the responsibility, this side we can say they have the responsiveness again. See, this side, it is again a conditioning. How we can say media conditions the viewers and the audience. See, the Unbasivam, there was a movie Unbasivam. It had we can say scenes where the depicted a bus is falling down, and we can say that Kamal is bleeding out. But again, we can say at the end of the movie, he has shown violence. We can say that in a positive in the sense how non-violence had a great impact on, we can say, the society, right. And what is the positive impact?
Few years before, car, two-wheeler are luxurious, but now it is essential. Similarly, violence of yesterday, today's is a defense. Unless and otherwise violence is there, the people will not know how to defend. For instance, terrorists who entered into a house, a lady picked AK-47 from the gentleman and retaliated on him.
How is he gentleman?
Yes. That lady fired on him.
All right, sir.
With the AK-47.
Right, hold a minute, sir. Ram, you had another question that you wanted to raise about whether there should actually be a law to govern you, me, and Vasant.
Yes, the question is, do you want more regulation, binding regulation?
It's very important. We need to know your answer.
Yeah.
We need a responsible regulation because...
So hold a minute. Can we just have a show of hands? How many people want more censorship on people like us?
And more than any kind of censorship, we need more responsibility from media people.
Yeah, hold a minute.
I think nobody wants
No.
censorship on newspapers. No, I didn't see one hand going
No.
up.
no. Hold a minute. Is it only on television that you want censorship?
No.
Or on all media?
All media.
All media? So let's have a word from you. Come on.
Yeah. See, if you see last year the Mumbai terror attack, after seeing that a lot of people who want to join into army. Before that, there were very few people who want to join army because no other choice. They were getting into IT job and other thing. And after seeing that, my way of training, I'm basically a psychology trainer, I entirely changed. And I'm starting more on the national thing which we need to inculcate within ourselves. And always there will be a terrorist attack or some kind of violence, and we must be prepared to face, as
Right.
Mr. Vashan told very clearly.
So I think here it's very clear. Final words from you, sir. Final word. Please, go ahead.
You
Final
see,
word.
after the Mumbai attack,
Yes.
every time I enter a hotel now, there is a mirror stuck under my car. I don't know for what reason. Actually, it is having a negative effect, I think. I think it is all going wrong. We are shutting the barn after the horses have fled.
Violence has to be reported. It's a news, okay. But
Okay.
how long you report it? Duration. See, in the law college incident,
Right.
one fellow was bashing up. He might have bashed 2-3 blows, but in the TV it was being showing as if infinite blows.
So
See,
you're,
the react-
and
the
you're
reaction-
talking there about repetition as well. Okay,
Ma'am,
fine.
excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry, one
sorry.
second, no, 1 second.
not
See, suppose a girl says that you have been looking at me, I used to ask a question, how do you know that? Because you are also looking at me. Like that, don't see 24/7 the same visual, sir.
Are you talking about
Please
NDTV
change it.
24/7?
I don't agree to that. I
Don't talk about NDTV 24/7.
No, not
right?
general,
I like to
general.
say-
Okay.
Excuse me.
Not at all, not at all.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Well, I
once
think,
again, my-
sorry,
my-
I think, I'm sorry we've run out of time entirely, but it's been just wonderful to have you join us on Chennai Speaks Out. And as the name suggests, this is not really about passing judgment on any particular issue, but we're just here to encourage Chennaites to come out, to speak out our minds. And the final verdict is, of course, yours, because this is your voice. So if any of you out there watching us want to be part of this show, do give us a call. Our number is 9941322222 and our office number is 044-4290-7777. You can also write into us at feedback@ndtv-hindu.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know what you think about this show, and we'd really love you to join us one day. Thank you so much for watching.